You're beaten, old man. Run away now. But of course we won. I was totally convinced of my win the whole time. It's not like I was sweating bullets or something. Which reminds me, this group will actually later on had a ladies' night every 2 weeks or so. Details that you remember, even after all those years. Interesting. Well, he could, but he's old, you know. I mean, you know, he's old. Maybe he just wants to retire in peace. Well, that's one hell of a promise to make, though. Indeed. My girlfriend at that time, later on my ex-girlfriend, she did actually marry someone I know, and I do remember hearing stories about her bachelorette party being really fucking wild. I don't like to imply things, and I don't like to talk about things I'm not completely sure, but there were many rumors flying about that she crossed pretty much every potential line you can cross before that particular event, and so I'm, you know, hypocrisy, thy name is. If, well, half of what was talked about later was true. Well, I don't know, so, you know, let's not judge, but let's judge deeply in our heart if it's true. Or something like that. Most women do like to pretend otherwise, but as I do have mastered the art of hypocrisy. Like, what? Why do you like looking at the female form? I don't know, maybe because I'm fucking straight and I like looking at good-looking females. How about you, woman? Don't you like looking at the male form? No, obviously not. Sweats profoundly. Yeah. Never understood that. Not really that much of a stain against you, to be honest, about that particular part, but meh. I mean, you know, it's one of the reasons why strip clubs work so bloody damn well. Yeah, that's pretty often the case. Actually, the same can be. There's actually one point where politicians and the women are pretty much the same. The louder they scream about it being wrong, the more it is that they're doing it full out. I remember. I remember some very interesting stories about, you know, the past. No, maybe just being on my own these days is actually not such a bad thing. Just remembering a bit of the trouble I've had with the fine agenda. It's pretty nice. And I mean, who knows? Maybe at some point, actually, now when we can actually, you know, go out and party again, I will actually do that at some point and, you know, get some fun for a night or something. It's not actually that hard to do. Maybe. Yeah, marriage. That's something I really would. I don't think I'm going to consider that for the next 20 years or so. Which point I'm so old that it's would probably be looked. Maybe I'm going to become the new chef now when I make enough money and have my own mansion with bunnies and go like, everyone around me is like 40 years younger. Take the power of money, bitches. I guess that would be one option. You did. So what? Every businessman sells a small part of his soul to the devil. Oh. There's my most famous trait, my throat that is trying to kill me every single time it gets a chance. That at some point. I hope this is going to stop. Yeah, I was kinda, expecting that to happen. But sure, we're gonna take her in. She too has an outfit that just screams I'm going to flash half the neighborhood, so she's going to be pretty easy to integrate. Yeah, but the crux of the matter is that you have to actually have the right people around. You can put all the loyalty and trust into the people. If they don't return it in kind, you're gonna get fucked over many, many times. And it's really hard to find the right people. That doesn't mean that you should stop doing it, mind you. If you don't start on a basic idea that you will, or that you are willing to trust and be loyal yourself, you can of course not expect anything from the other side. Easy enough. Oh, I do know a few good people. Some of my friends and companions, compatriots, whatnot, have stayed with me for like, at this point, like 20 years in some cases. I do know who to put my trust into and who to stay loyal to. But just didn't have much luck in the marriage department. Oh well. So be it. Huh? What? Family is everything. Might not be true in every case, but I do generally would say that statement holds some true. You can choose your friends, but not your family. Getting along seems a lot better than the alternative, I would say. Sadly, now there is that saying that there's no mother who doesn't love their children. That's of course bullshit. There are indeed mothers who do not love their children, sadly enough. But, well, apart from Joe's cases, generally speaking, well, I'm not even looking at positions. Honestly, I've had my ups and downs. Quite a few highs, quite a few downs. Honestly, I don't want to look back at my life and look at it from the middle point of, so much hopeless situations. I value the people who stood with me along those dark times, and are still around, actually. On the other hand, to give you a nice example, if I look back, I think most of the jobs I've ever gotten into, I've mostly gotten those through connections. So, knowing people is actually a pretty good thing, and doing a small favor here and there helps in the long run quite a bit. Of course, you shouldn't see things just from a materialistic perspective of, yes, this will gain me favors in the future, which I will then use. Well, yeah, sometimes you have to just take the dive. Then again, the situation I'm in right now, money giving is not really an option, sadly enough. Then again, I do had some offers of actually people wanting or willing to give me money without a return date. I politely declined. The situation is far too unstable to foresee how things will play out, and I don't really like to make promises I can't keep. Ain't my style, putting it mildly. Indeed. Also, who knows, maybe your car breaks down, and having a friend who can help you repair it is of course valued a lot higher than all the money. My old saying is that you can't eat money. No matter how much money you have, if there's no food to buy, you're fucked. That's not the only thing, of course, where money comes short. Yeah, personal relationships. Honestly, since I've started all of this nonsense, I've looked a lot more into, well, the internet in general. I see many people going like, meh, I don't have any friends. They seem to see that as some sort of badge of honor. I'm like, yeah, but that's going to isolate you very much. And honestly, it's not that hard to get along with people. I don't know why people make it out to be such a grand barrier, a grand mountain to climb, honestly. I mean, if all else fails, just drink with them. That usually works pretty damn well for men with all ages. Heck, one of my greatest friendships, or like, at this point, let me actually try to count back, that's 25 years plus at this point, started on a drunken spree. I remember that. Doesn't really need to be my alcohol, but then again, I will highly advise you to, come along and buy my stuff. So after that break-in, we don't really have anything special any longer. So, well, I mean, the showroom stuff is gone, but technically, since we don't even have that much in the basement any longer, we are kind of busy selling that all off. So, I mean, I guess we still have your standard selection. We've got beer, wine, and some, Indeed, it will be console. That is an undeniable fact. And honestly, trying to pretend otherwise in private seems a pain. I do it professionally because, of course, we don't want to, lose any customers that we have right now that are helping quite literally to pay. A few leads, maybe. I have worked with many companies, and many of them are actually always looking for personnel, especially experienced personnel, and so maybe some. Nothing too concrete, honestly. The main problem I have is that I don't actually have a complete and clear closing date when I will actually have the time to start a new job. Unless we have some serious interest, the only real alternative would be to close the shop just like that, but that would mean the running costs would continue, and that's not really a good option. A bit complicated still, but meh, We'll see. Some things are just far beyond your control when it comes to stuff like that. Not much of a problem though. Ain't the first time in my life that I've hit a bump in the road, put it mildly. So for the moment, keeping things relatively normal. Well, I guess that's actually a very restrictive factor. Although I will admit that break-in might actually be we might actually be able to turn that a bit to advantage. Yeah, because now we can actually use our customers a bit more directly in our own marketing. Have them make a bit of, advertisement for us. I'll make it a mod. Minecraft, eh? I must admit I never played Minecraft, so I have little to no experience with that particular field. But I do like mods. Well, sometimes. Depends a bit on the game, basically. I mean, there's something interesting going on, do feel free to tell me more about it. It's not like I'm not interested, mind you. Oh, got a new girl. Doodle-doo-dim, and also platinum mustache. Why are you ogling her? He's just doing his manager, so he's looking at it and going like, is this going to fit with my club or not? Yeah, let's get serious. Indeed, you got scolded by Yoda. Well, it's not that hard to learn. It's not like I mean, worst case scenario, what's going to happen is that I'm going to have a break of a month or two anyway, between, closing the store and opening up another job opportunity. It's not like I'm going to be out of time. Then again, for the moment at least I have to finish up. It would be really dishonest to my partner to start something while we are both, technically speaking, still should focus full-time on the store. I do appreciate the offer, and if the offer still stands in, a month or two when things start taking shape, I'm honestly more than interested. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. That is something I appreciate indeed very much. No, but first things first. First things first. Well, sure. I mean, I don't have that much in the way of free time, but I'm not against that. You can just give me stuff to play around with. I do tend to be still playing around. Also, it gives a bit of meaning to my a lunch break. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to... Actually, wait a second. How the fuck am I going to contact you? Where better, basically? Is there an option on... Where's actually an option? Is there an option on Twitch for that? I think there is, isn't there? Well, damn it. Communication is hard on the internet. Yeah, that's going to work. Wait a second. I'm going to write myself a note. Because pretty much after this I'm going to be going to bed, but then I'm going to whisper, yeah, tomorrow during my lunch break I have some free time. Whisper. Yeah. I'm going to shorten it to Strat. About Mind mod, yes, that's going to sound horrible, but that's going to jog my brain when it comes to it. A nice little marking on it. Yes, now I have that written down, nothing can go wrong. Very old-fashioned on a piece of paper that I have lying next to me, but it works like a charm. Now then, another one is down. But yeah, I think I'm going to contact you, and then we'll see from there. Gives us an opportunity to talk a bit, and that's of course always appreciated. I do like talking after all. And it comes with business, I know, but does help. Well, yeah. I don't know. The suit is not my color. Black shirts, that's more for a Nemo guy, honestly, and that necktie is just to... well, basically to gouge your eye out. And point it out. Well, I mean, look, a white shirt goes a long way. Looks halfway decent, and if you could, you know, be bothered to actually, you know, not expose half his chest for no good reason, we could actually probably go somewhere with that. And actually talk to you now that you're standing behind my bar. Apparently not. Okay. Yes, Discord is good. Discord actually somewhat know how to deal with these days. I really missed out on the start of all of that nonsense, didn't I? Jesus Christ. It's like, yeah, look at us, all of those technological marvels. I'm sitting here like, well, I've managed to, you know, make use of email. And suddenly, you know, like, I don't even know, a bit of a year ago I was like, well shit. What's all this then? There's the Discord, there's the Twitch, there's the YouTube thingy, there's all of those thingies, and you're sitting there like, yeah, why me though? Oh boy. Right, we were about to do another session of special training, didn't we, after we had been beaten